Tsubasa!
Hi guys, welcome to Tsubasa. Thank you guys for joining.
Hi guys, long time no see. Feels like forever.
It's only a week and it feels like forever. Alright, today we got a lot of players to cover because we missed out quite a bit during our break. And actually I spent some time doing the EK dossier for pressure. The result is a bit disappointing. To be honest, it's really disappointing. I mean, the viewership is not there, then I really spend a lot of time trying to test every nooks and crannies about it. And yeah, it didn't even hit 1k after a week. That is just sad.
I'm sure it helped quite a few people, especially those who don't have those players.
Yeah. By the way, hi Devin, hi Nuts, hi Nutrazer, hi King. Let me know if the volume of the music and the in-game sound is okay for you guys. I make some tweaks to it. Anyways,
You can hear us, right?
I hope so. I really hope so. Okay. Today we're gonna start off with pulling some of these tickets.
Oh, wow. I pulled every day. All I got was dupe. Dupes and old players.
I saw them. Thank you, King. Alright, so let's start. I put the first three, I think. Yeah, I put the first three.
Oh, this is a guarantee?
Yeah, so this one is a guarantee. But I think I will. There's not a lot of players in the pool that is useful right now. We'll see.
The newer ones, maybe? I know the top players are in there.
Okay.
LP. Sorry.
Yes. This is guaranteed and there's. Whoa. Hi Hamudi.
This one.
Cha!
Cha!
Cha cha cha! So there will be. Oh!
Wee!
Honestly, I don't want to get lucky here, man. It doesn't feel good to get lucky here. Then, you know, right, during the Dreamfest, I actually emptied my DBs trying to get Ken, and I didn't get him. I think it's around 600 DBs. Deal! So I rather not get lucky here, to be honest. Oh, chance again. Oh, lucky, there's nothing. So the only...
I was actually going to complain on our Discord. All I got was old dupes from these tickets. And then I thought I better keep quiet.
Okay. King, we'll check out the Kongsawat Geo later. The Thai brothers. Interesting. I don't think they're relevant though. Oh, weak. This one most likely got nothing. Yeah. I was saying that the only character that I really want from the pool is Naturazer's tackle.
You get the backstab tackle.
I did. Those are the cups that you are being forced to play the entire 20 games. Just to make sure you...
They realize, putting some desirable skills in there will make people play.
Yeah, it's like the recent one also, I have to squeeze... I think I only played 16 games, which is more than enough. But the previous one, it was a bit harder. I played all 20 games. Oh, come on, give me Naturazer! Oh, I got some. Naturazer is here. Thank you. Whoa, 2. Make it 3.
Defense.
Yes, come on. Nah. This guy is so old already.
This is terrible.
Oh my god. What is this? Okay, let's talk. Let's start talking about the banners. Let's start talking with talking about. Did I? Oh yeah, there's also Xiao. Let's start with Xiao then.
Okay.
All right, Xiao. Look at his shot, 10k, amazing, right? Power, 5.4k. Actually, just now I checked his figures already. If you, okay, let's check out his hidden abilities. The rest are not very important. Bond 3%, okay, not great. Shields 4%. Okay, talking about shields, right? Shields is actually more worthless nowadays compared to debuff and bonds, just because how debuff works nowadays. Now you want to put shield, you want to build a team, right? You can go extreme bonds plus debuff. It's better than bonds plus shield. You get what I mean? Because you can achieve a higher number. Like you can, like for example, 30% debuff, 30% bonds, you get 60% in total, right? So it's harder to reach 60% with bonds and shields. That reduce the value of shields, because nowadays they change the way debuff is being calculated. So shield loses the value as well. You get what I mean?
Not to mention in those games you don't meet any debuff teams. The amount of shields you have is pointless.
Yeah, it's all pointless. So I don't know, man.
I feel that shields are good on the bench. For me personally, I when I meet a debuff team, then I'll just try and keep the game alive in the first half, bring on shields in the second.
And you did mention, I think we did mention that debuff teams always have players that are unable to do certain things, right? And I think it's one of the recent players, right? Never mind, we'll go back to that player later. Okay, can you tell me, 60%, is it any better than 50%?
Yeah, it is 10% better.
I mean, have you met any players with 60% recover and you feel the big difference between 60 and 50?
Maybe for players that are used to 50, right? The sudden early awakening will surprise them. I don't know. Actually, doesn't really.
Hey Tintin, hey Abdullah. So, how come the difference is so big between 50 and 80%? 80% is like almost instant. There's a chance of maybe it is random again. So if like it's 80%, right? So it's between 0 to 1 second you can recover.
No lah. 80 is really fast. If you pass over a defender 80% and the ball drops just behind him, he will most likely wake up and catch up.
Right.
That
so
fast.
That is like almost instant, right? Very scary fast, right? So 60% I don't think can do that, right?
Maybe not. But from what we can see, 50 and 80%, the 30% is quite a big difference, right? So maybe this 10% more than 50 maybe will make a slight difference. Sure. Yeah. I personally have not experienced.
Tintin is saying that 10% is a big difference.
Okay, I can't judge because I've never met anyone with 60% recover yet.
as long as if you pass slightly over him, right, and he doesn't recover to match up, right, I don't think it's useful.
Then he will have a hard time catching up already.
Right. I think the only usefulness of recover, right, is when people use skill pass to pass over, then your player can recover like almost immediately. Or for example, they beat you, like for example now the immunity time is very low, right? So if they dribble you, right, they might have to match up with you right after they win the matchup. But if 60% cannot achieve that, right, I don't think it's useful. You get what I mean?
Yeah, even 80%, if you dribble past the person,
It's not 100% he'll catch up, right?
He will likely not catch up anymore if you don't dilly-dally or like go sideways.
Yeah. So unless that player is really fast and you took an extra half a second to do your things, then probably 80% will be useful. So with that said,
Rock is here in the
Hey.
chat, telling us something important.
stun time is 5 seconds. I think in real time, is it 5 seconds? I always feel that it's like 3 seconds. No, it's 5 seconds.
It does feel longer than 3 seconds if you don't have any recover.
Matchup time is 45 milliseconds. So 80% recover after 15 milliseconds. Oh, that is... If that is 15 milliseconds, that is very fast with recover, you know. Okay, I don't quite understand the math here, but let's just assume that 60% is not just not good enough. Hi Sok Sok, hi Rock Frog, hi
I
Joto
would
Kun.
assume 70% is quite good.
70%. Well, we'll just need to wait for them to introduce more of these 60-70% kind of players.
65, 68.
There must be a reason why they are not giving 80%. Must be a reason.
They're reserving it for the really OP ones, guys like Natureza.
So the 50 and 60 is like high and buy, right? High and buy friend, might as well don't give. I don't know, man. But to me, right, players that come with 50% recover, right, is just might as well don't have it.
I disagree. I feel that having 50% is better than not having. Simply because he will recover faster than the player he was in a matchup with.
For example, a defender, once you're being passed over, you have 50% recover. How useful is it to you? When the ball is already in your opponent's forward, he trapped the ball down and shoot. I don't think that is any useful, right? 50%. The point is to recover after you get disabled, right? With a pass. I mean,
I just feel that general gameplay wise, there will be it will help lah. For example, if not maybe not a defender, say a midfielder get past, and then he will recover faster to either be in another matchup later or to receive your ball later or something.
Right. So it's more likely to be more relevant for upfield players. That's what you're saying. Like higher up the line. The last line of defense is like not very useful. In my opinion, like. That's how I feel about.
If I can choose between a 60% recover and a 5% pedal to the metal, right, I would choose recover.
Well, pedal to metal 5% is worse.
Yes, we have been seeing that quite often nowadays.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of giving it? What's the point of giving it? I don't get the point of them. If you want to make a player playable, right, then give him something that is will really improve. Because pedal to the metal is already something so conditional, and they give it on a defender. And honestly,
5%.
would you activate the full power for the 5% additional? No, what? You won't do that, what? So yeah, ridiculous.
Okay, let's carry on. We have a lot to cover.
Oh, right. Bitching about the design. Okay, anyways, this Xiao, right, he can dribble quite well. I think comes up to 70-ish K. But nowadays, 70K, you cannot bully anyone.
そうか。お前やっぱり俺のことが好きだったんだな。
Subscribing. Is it new or just an old alert?
Oh, no, it's not old. It's a new subscriber on YouTube.
Yay!
Yay! You know, every day I look at our numbers, right? It has been dropping one by one. So rarely we get any more subscribers. So yay! So back to Xiao. Do you think 73k can bully nowadays? I doubt, right?
Yeah. No, not a lot of players can bully nowadays.
Right, and on top of that, right, he needs his passive to be active to hit the 73k. And other than dribble and shoot, right, let me take a second look. Just now I briefly go through him. His shot is quite powerful after he wins the matchup because he gets this.
Yeah, I've seen him score in other YouTubers' videos.
But it's quite difficult to get him near the goal, you know. Because he's
Dribble
one.
range and enhance.
Yeah, but for example, if you match up the new DS, would you take the risk and intercept and not tackle if you know? You will certainly go tackle, right? It's just like if for example that DS passes the ball away, wow, it's like okay, you're safe. If he release dribble and you intercept, right, then he dribble enhance right in front of the goalkeeper and you're dead. It's the same case for him, but he's further away.
Right.
So matching up against him, right, if you tackle, right, the chances of him bullying him is bully his swift passing and precise pass is quite high also. It's like 40-ish K, 50k. Nowadays, not enough.
Even with his adversity.
Yeah, all included with max. So I think it's really, really difficult for him to get into the box unless he gets the perfect matchup.
Right.
But his shot, he can reach 95k with Dragon's Lightning once he wins a matchup. But honestly, I don't think he is relevant. So the verdict, although he's a paid banner, would you recommend? Anyways, you guys can get him with the medals as well, right?
I did not go for him. I only put the first step.
Right.
I did. I
And
mean, all these paid banners, I always pull the first step because it's just one DB anyway.
the other thing about, do you see any sell in the current meta? You don't see any sell in the current meta, right?
No.
Not really, right?
I mean, for this guy is, I think it's more for the new S triple skill, right? That's his first usable S triple.
But it's not a good investment. What I'm trying to say is, because if you're going for his dribble, right? So you look at the past 2 years, when had Cell been relevant other than the long shooter Cell? You get what I mean? So it's a very bad investment if you're going to go for him just for the dribble.
Does it make the Dreamfest Cell better? Dreamfest Cell has dribble enhance also, right? 1-2 enhance and dribble enhance.
The thing is, the Dreamfest Cell, right? 20% is not good enough. 20% inside master is not good enough, and he is good against defenders and goalkeepers. So that means against AM, right? He needs to guess, and even with this dribble, right? I don't think he will be relevant unless he gets a decent S. Give him a dragon pass or something. I don't know. So I won't recommend pulling for him. Even his dribble is not worth wow.
Let's wait for Mixer.
Alright, these two guys. Saki, Z, yes. Okay, this guy is a debuff player. 3%, 2.5%. So he's one of the very typical ones. Skill block is only 50%. How much stamina does it have? 1.2k. Wow, that's quite a bit of stamina. Plus the stamina reduction. I think you don't. Once he's in, you don't have to sub him out. But the thing is, he's only strong against forward. I think any any meta AM right can take him on easily, bully him left, right, center.
I think even strong forwards
Eh,
will be fine, right?
What? With the 20%, he is quite okay. He cannot intercept, but he can tackle, and his block is not fantastic as well. So the only thing that I can really stand behind him is tackle. But you need to guess right. Intercept 60, almost 69k, but
It's a prime target for playmakers, lacking midfielders, playmakers to pass.
right,
pass from.
and that already set the stage for Ishizaki to be not a worthwhile character to pull. So let's not, unless you're playing a debuff team. I don't know, man. Even if you're playing a debuff team, I think there are better options. 50% skill block is, I don't know, 50-50. Let's talk about Sorimachi. Sorimachi is quite impressive. He's got this 25%, so he's quite a box player.
Quite a box player. You
Yeah,
mean
quite.
he is only a box player?
He is quite a box player because his most deadly shot is his volley. Unrelenting header. But he doesn't have low ball request. So he is quite a box player. Well, if you compare him with Margus, right? Margus is way much better. Outside the box, even with this defender killer, right? He cannot do anything.
His header is stronger than Magus low ball, right? Sure. Right?
No? Oh, yeah.
Oh?
You're right.
Because if Magus high ball request don't activate, you are dead.
Yeah, probably did.
For him, he can. I mean, ideally he gets a low ball, but if he gets a high ball, he still can pull off a threatening shot. Can he?
I don't know, man. Might be because there's a 60% skill block chance. So there's a chance that you can skill block the goalkeeper as well. But it's not 100% though. So even if you have a 100% skill block chance, right? It's depending on the goalkeeper. If there's no boundary break, there's like a 20% chance to block the main skill. So 60%. You do some maths, it's actually lower than 20%. So yeah, I don't know the true value of him. His header is 91k, quite threatening. Quite against Mueller at point blank, maybe a slight chance because of the color advantage. The other thing is he might be really difficult to block with defenders because with defenders and penalty box area master, right, his numbers goes above 100k, I think, for his volley. Quite difficult to block.
Oh, okay. Rock Frog is saying his special skill blocks only blocks block.
Only his block.
Yeah, doesn't block goalkeepers.
Oh yeah, block one block. You see the text. Block one block. Special skill.
The block, random block.
Also,
Thanks, Rock Frog. Thanks, Rock
that-
Frog, for telling us about the block.
yeah. Because if I don't really too many times already, that means then it's not very useful already. I mean, he's already got 15% additional, so the chances of him shooting past defenders is already quite high already. And
So
normally,
make sure your shot reaches the keeper.
that's true. Then that means his low ball is very threatening, so it's a 50-50% chance. Quite scary actually. But outside of that, he cannot do anything. His intercept is decent. I would say decent against defenders. Quite decent. Tackle cannot make it. So against AM, he's still a loophole. If you are used to playing like Super Dream Fest, Schneider, which now can do everything, right? Defensively, this Sorimachi is nothing. And Natureza also can do everything now. Even Santana also can do everything now.
Many players can do everything.
Yeah. So Sorimachi is just not good enough. I wonder how they feel when they design characters to come out after anniversary. Because they can't design the characters to be better than the characters that came out in the anniversary, and yet they want people to poo. Right.
Yeah.
But so far, what I've seen is all disappointment. Don't you think so?
Yeah. I only see players desirable for their skills so far. Margus was
Nice animation. I like that animation a lot. Hi, Kozo.
Hi everyone who just joined.
Hi, Yuka. Hi, Thomas.
Just remember to like the video. Thank you.
Thank you. So, your verdict?
Verdict?
Skip.
I've skipped it already.
Yeah, me too. And furthermore, these players are in the regular gacha pools, right?
Yeah.
Just not worth it. Ah, this guy.
Cool. He's a debuff player, right?
I guess, yes. And he honestly 15% for defender and DM. How useful you think it is?
Actually, I think this Miguel and Tiger Brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two debuff players, they are actually quite strong for debuff. Like what you said earlier, usually debuff players have like weaknesses for people to exploit.
Right.
But these two guys, if they are in a debuff team, I think they will be quite crazy.
They are well balanced, yes. But the thing,
If you don't have enough shields, that is.
right. The only thing that I don't really like about him is Rising Sun player killers. Too specific. Other than that, after the win matchup, right, his shot can be really threatening. But once again, he's a DM. Getting into the box will be difficult.
It will be quite a common team. So that applies for Xiao, this guy, and Tiger Brand later when we talk about him.
Okay, so this guy got Angelic Interception, which is really good if you have other stronger versions of Miguel.
Yep.
Other than that, pretty much they didn't even want to give him a 23% team skill.
I think most people will pull him just for that exception. Just to
Okay,
complete Miguel's.
okay lah, then we pull one. Okay, nothing. Let's move on.
Let's go more.
This is the guy I use for the
Odoko
yeah. Ishida.
is your wife. Your wife's voice.
Okay, these are three guys. What do you think about Hyuga? Yeah, I think we previously discussed with some of the boys.
最高の気分だ
Maybe that applies for Hyuga then.
So that is what sort of thing about Hyuga. So I think we discussed about Hyuga in the Discord with some of the guys, comparing him with the Dreamfest version. So the Dreamcast version, you need to feed him the ball. More like a post player, but this guy is different. This guy is a lot different. Just because of his 1-2 and his intercept killer. 10% is not a lot. But
Oh,
if
he's got penalty area master also.
yeah, so he is quite decent. If you compare him with Dreamfast version, right? I would honestly, it's a hard decision for me. I think I will still take the Dreamfast one, just because that he is almost impossible to block.
This guy contributes more to the team.
Yeah. In general, he does. Even his interception and tackle is slightly more stronger. Just a bit more, tad more stronger. With Tsubasa on the, but it's still not good enough. If you're looking for a scorer, Hyuga, right? I think the best, if you compare him with the Dreamfast, I think the Dreamfast one is still better. You're almost guaranteed a shot. I mean, the shot at least reaches the goalkeeper. But this guy can do 1-2. Not broken, but 76k. Nowadays 70k is like nothing, right? If you don't hit 90k, you won't bully, right? Any thoughts other than anything to add on for this Hyuga?
Nope, quite straightforward.
He comes with tenacity, which is good also. That means he can really do a lot of 1-2 shoot, 1-2 shoot. How much stamina is 1,100. It's not so bad. The thing is, the main shot, yeah, is wasted. Main stop.
I have seen Ota use him. Results are quite okay. He did with Stormy Resurrection.
Yeah, I mean, he. Okay, the other thing about, I forgot. Dreamfast version is combination skills, right? Or am I wrong?
Correct, you're correct. Combination skill.
That means he can't really do Stormy Resurrection.
Yep. But his combination skills are stronger.
Yeah, so I don't know
And he
if
disguise.
if you need a scorer. I think the other Dreamfast Hyuga is still better. Very tough lah. Honestly, very tough for this Hyuga or the Dreamfast Hyuga to score nowadays. The keepers are insanely strong. It's not impossible, but it's just that there is always better options than them.
Yeah. I realize most versions of Hyuga always don't last.
In fact, I think the one Hyuga that lasts really long is the time attack Hyuga. Don't you think so? You remember once he was released, right? Green Japan was a thing. And in every Green Japan team, you will see Stormy Hyuga. And that Hyuga lasts for quite a while.
He does nothing but shoot.
Yeah, and that's enough. That's really enough. Oh, this guy. Very sad fellow also. He is the one of the debuff again. He is quite strong against goal. I mean, his volley is quite strong. But he doesn't have low ball request. That's the sad part. And his tackle is okay. It's how many percent? 25%. 20% with Japanese players. So this is typically designed for the You know, previously, this JY
Plus
Jito,
debuff, right?
yeah, JY Jito,
Yama.
yeah. Who else? No one really, right? Yeah, the WY Dreamfest Misaki is not a debuff one, right? No, he's not. Yeah.
But the high color casual clothes one, toughness type one.
Okay. But once again, this is another player that can do almost nothing. He can dribble, he can tackle. Can as in if your team is stacked. If your team is a debuff team, then maybe he can do those things that I mentioned. If you are just playing him randomly in your team, right, this guy does nothing.
Also in a debuff team, there will be better options also. So he's unlikely to see much play.
Yeah, and not to mention that you need to kill the Dreamfest volley just to make him relevant, which I find it like no thanks.
Oh, Johannes.
Selamat datang, Johannes. I don't,
What's selamat datang?
welcome.
Oh,
I think. I think. Okay, that's all for Nita. That Nita is always going to be Nita. Akai. 30%. So I would compare him to the Rising Sun Cows, but he's like the baby version.
rookie version.
He can be really strong if you're willing to give him the fast block. His tackle is okay. His last tackle is quite strong. His last block is also quite strong. Intercept also strong, but the caveat is last. DK Kato.
おうでもどこ
No, okay, don't go. Where are we going? And I was trying to say that so at the start of the game, right, the difference between him and Cows, right? Cows can actually, I think they have the same problem. Cows can play DM, he can't, and he only can play in defense. So if you don't start with the ball, right, it's still a problem. You can't like, I know last time you used to play Cows as a DM first, and when his stamina is lower, then you bring him down to defensive position, right, in the second half. So for this Akai, you can't do that. So if you don't start with the ball, right, he is actually a stepping stone. Just not good enough. I mean, he is very decent. He is the most decent out of the three that we in this banner. I think Hyuga is okay also. No. So let me take that back. Compared to Nita and Hyuga, I think I place him in the same level with Hyuga. Hyuga can, no, I think higher, should be higher, right?
He's a non-Japanese killer also, right?
Yep.
So in this current meta, is it's gonna be active quite often.
His bonds 3.5. Oh, actually quite decent lah. 3.5% for such an old player.
Yeah, quite high shields also.
So probably he's the best among the three. Would you say?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, if you need to plonk in skill type Japanese, you don't have options, it's definitely playable.
Okay. So once again, I don't think guys it's worth to pull for this banner as well, unless you are dying to get the 1-2, the S12, the Hyuga S12.
I want the S1 too, but I'm not pulling also.
Yeah, it's just too risky, right? What's the rates like? How many steps? That's that. Oh, sorry, 4 steps. Is it repeatable? Is this banner repeatable? Nope.
Returns. Oh, it is. Returns to step 1 after final step. Stays down.
Oh, I really need to wear my glasses, man. Can't see anything.
Please don't try. For this, imagine getting Nita's
Getting it
Charlie,
up 5 times.
set Z.
Yeah, and I think by now, if you're a loyal player, right, you should already have all those players, except for Hyuga, probably. Oh, let's start with Galvan. Is Galvan good?
Even his tackle is crazy high in the fighter area. I've seen it, but he will struggle to get rid of the ball.
Oh, vital area tackle insane. It reminds me of Matsuyama, the J-League version.
Oh yeah, the guy that everyone forgot about.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hope that already answered the. That is
But the thing is, that Matsuyama can only play defender.
Oh, this guy can play DM. Yeah, you can hover. Oh. Yeah, I think so. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, and
Right.
and the Matsuyama he arrives at the time where chance maker is everywhere, and then like people, the play style was for the chance maker to pass over for the aerial strikers in the box. So Matsuyama definitely had no place in that meta lah. But this guy, if he plays a DM, he play a low line, he will be in the vital area most of the time.
Right. And if you play Matsu, you can also argue that you play a high line, right? But wow, that is so dangerous because that guy don't
Very
even have auto intercept. So wow, yeah, he is a tackle bully. Not really a bully though.
Hey,
I don't think-
Thomas Boba is asking how is vital area master defined.
Okay, I need a few.
You
This area.
see the area just outside the penalty box, the 2 bars, the light green and the dark green bars.
Yeah.
That area is mid area master, excluding the sides. So the side line of the penalty box is where it ends.
So
Yeah, okay.
here,
So between
Here-
Cults and Koza,
and below these two,
and at the hairline of
these players,
delay.
that is vital
Nice.
area. I think it's slightly lower though because I think the mid area is slightly bigger. Is that line straight?
No, mid area is 4 bars, right?
Oh, okay. Now I see clearly the portrait of the players are actually slightly higher than the second line, the darker green line. So it should be exactly the same as the darker green area, right? Right. Okay.
Correct.
Hey, can you give me like 30 seconds? I go grab my glasses.
Okay, sure. Yes, Thomas Boba. If you play him as a DM, Galvan, if you play Galvan as a DM, he can be in the middle. He can be either in the middle or as one of 2 DMs. He will also be staying in the vital area quite often. The chat. Yes, Nuts. Nuts, if you are still around, yes, I saw that Mota YouTube video as well. The white passing was amazing. He really knows his team very well and he exploited the area where his opponent is weak to white passing Anyway,
I'm back.
Mota is a terrific player. I always watch his videos.
I'm back with glasses. Alright, let's go back. So Galvan is quite decent. In the sense that since you can control him, he's a DM. But his figures are still not so scary. This version is actually a DC version. Right. Is this a DC? Oh, so he can only tackle. His intercept is not bad. Actually, yeah.
But also okay, right?
But you need to block in the vital
but
area.
There's crazy shots also. Very hard to
Right.
block.
Still got chance, but yeah. So this guy is quite decent. Not someone that I will go for, but he's quite decent.
Yeah, not someone I would go for too. But if you have him already, yeah, then experiment. This guy is a different story.
This guy is a true Dream Collection player. Okay, in the past, right, Dream Collection player can't do anything. They only can do one thing, and the one thing that they can do damn well. And this is one of the typical guy.
Yeah, we were just talking about like nowadays it's really hard to bully, right?
Right.
But this it doesn't apply for this guy.
So this guy comes with 80. Oh, it's just too bad it's not 100%. If it's 100%, I mean he's auto intercept.
I mean, okay lah, 80% I'm very grateful.
You
Nowadays I see 80% I'm grateful.
You know Gentile, right? He's not 100% also, right? Sometimes he just.
But the thing is, these guys, their intercept is so high, right? Even if it doesn't, okay, white passing over them is definitely
Yeah,
not.
it's a no-no. It's a no-no.
Even if it doesn't activate, he will still take it.
So, ta-da! Intercept force plus 35%. Oh, that is crazy. So his figures can breaches over 90 over K. So this guy is technically stronger than DC Matsu, I think. Matsuyama also can't hit such high figures. This guy is just
DC Matsu,
yeah, the DC market.
the tackle bully.
The Valiant. This guy is 96k. So let me check. It's 95k ish lah. So let me check. Matsu. I don't think Matsu can reach 96. And this guy 96 is against everyone. Matsu is only against attacking forwards and attacking midfielders. So that's actually a big difference. But again, this guy can only intercept. He can't do anything else. This one is not bad also. This one is not great, but not bad.
Would you say he has a higher chance to bully shots and dribble with his intercept than guessing right with tackle and
Block. This guy, I don't think he can block.
so it's never a doubt, right? Just intercept.
Just intercept. You don't. This guy is a no-brainer. You just intercept only.
Less
You just have to
inside-
worry about
inside
where to pass
master.
the ball. Yeah. You don't care about inside master as well, because inside master, I think there's a even if this guy
I'm sure
matches.
Yes, I'm sure DS would dribble him.
Oh yeah.
Even okay, I got him and I've been using him in PvP, right?
Right.
He does bully very often, but players with agility type players, especially the players like Stain and Schneider, when Schneider's stamina is low, they can get the passing ripples.
Yeah. So against him, if you have those players, is also a no-brainer.
But he still has a chance
of
of
winning.
of winning, even against agility type players.
That's just insane, man.
That's how crazy he is already. Like a full stamina Schneider, right?
Right.
And you can forget about dribbling him.
Okay, that's really crazy. So let me get the numbers for Matsu.
Another thing I
yes.
like about this guy is the price of confused fight.
After he
So
loses.
he applies a 10%. If for some reason you manage to get past him, you still need to either self-tap the box
Mm-hmm.
to get rid of it, or you will have a 10% debuff for your next action.
Right. So Matsu is not as strong as him. He is much more stronger. Matsu barely hits 89k, barely. And this guy is like 96k in your face. This
Yeah,
guy
and I value interception much more.
more than intercept, right?
Tackle.
Yeah, because you can't
Than tackle.
you can't even tackle in a flying ball situation.
Plus, making the player dribble, like makes him likelier to enter another matchup, or like decrease the amount of distance he can make up.
Right. And Nuts is saying that when in doubt, just intercept. For him, there's no doubt, just intercept.
When in doubt or not in doubt, just intercept.
Just intercept.
Just feed him lots of different skills so that he doesn't get skill blocked.
Okay, this is another. Sorry, you're saying sorry.
I mean, just feed him more skills so that the likelihood of his main skill being blocked is lower. Okay, Shizaki.
Okay, Shizaki is not fantastic. He can't tackle for his life. His block intercept is okay, but still not good enough unless you play him in the debuff team. If you are just playing him randomly in your team, right, he doesn't offer anything. Stand firm. Interesting. Until now, there is no real information that what stand firm does. Right. It says here. Yes.
When it was first introduced, it was quite useful for defenders, for the defenders to decrease the shot, right, making it likelier for keepers to save it. I know when Stand Firm was introduced, the main keeper used was Dreamfest Xeno, the green version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and everyone just chucks a Stand Firm defender in front, and he will very likely save the shot once it was touched.
You know what's the most insane thing here? You see let's look at the description. No longer knocked back by shots. It doesn't even mention anything about reducing the power of the shot.
But it guarantees that he touches it, right? Confirm.
Yeah, so and there's no game mechanics or no explanation to explain what happens if a player touches the ball. What happens? No, right?
I mean, from experience, if a player touches the ball, if there's another person in the matchup, or if the ball goes over another person, or a pass, or a shot, like it seems that it's likelier to get intercepted or blocked from experience lah. From when you play a lot and you realize when someone touches it, there's a higher chance. It seems like there's a higher chance, but it's not backed up by any numbers.
Right, and there are times where when the first player touches the ball, the second player still can't do shit about.
There's especially recently, right? There's been like people touching the ball, like weird players out of the blue that is not even strong in block or intercept, touching the ball, and then after that person, someone auto block or auto intercept cannot even touch the ball.
Right. So as you guys know that we're doing Ike those here, right? Stand Firm is one of the hidden abilities that or skills or passive that we wanted to look at. But after thinking about it, the amount of sample size that we need to get for Stand Firm is crazy, man. I think it cannot determine the use of it unless you can shoot consistently at the same spot, right?
Yeah, and even if we test multiple times, we can't say for sure what's happening. We can only say, based on this number of tries, this is what we have. This is what we believe. Oh yeah, so we probably will not do it, right?
And you know what is really dumb about stand firm? You know, if you got for example, Stormy Resurrection 5 blow away, and Ishizaki jumps in front of the ball, he doesn't take away one blow away count, you know, right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he doesn't take away.
Yeah,
It just guarantees that he don't get blow away, but he doesn't take away one check. So the next player is subjected to 5 checks.
really?
Yeah. So this Ishizaki good for if you are building a debuff team. Honestly, he can be quite strong, but once again, he is one of those players that we mentioned. There's something that he cannot do, and he can't tackle.
Well, generally, when you see debuffs on a player, they generally only fit well in a debuff team.
Right. So, and the thing is, the changes in debuff, right? The debuff team have to work a lot harder just to get the advantage. Just like I mentioned, because the player quality is not as good as the top tier teams, which come with a bit of shields. Then, like for example, 20% is just like maybe bringing the level of player down to their total stats down to their their level. You get what I mean? They still don't get a huge advantage. So with something that you can't do right, I think is really bad. So I hope they introduce more players that are more well versed, like Miguel. Miguel is quite well versed, right? He can do everything quite well.
Yep. They definitely need more of that kind of players to be relevant again, so that people can complain about debuff teams again.
But debuff teams, right? For that Miguel, right? You need a DC. You need a DC copy and a Dreamfest copy to make him relevant, right? Because I believe he's not given, other than his S intercept, he's not given any, or A skills.
Yeah, so you need to commit if you really want to play debuff teams.
Yeah, that is a lot of investment.
Maybe some people just like to see the world burn.
So, this banner, do you think it's worthwhile?
If I if you I really like Alberto, so I'm biased. I went for this banner because sadly I don't have him from previous DCs. And you know, like as a step 4 is guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
One of these 3.
Right.
And I happen to not have a single one of these 3, so I went for it.
Okay.
But if you, I mean, most people have these guys, right? Most people who played long enough. But I really think this Alberto is quite a price. So I would say if your team can benefit from him, then we try.
Right. Kozo is asking who is Miguel? Who is Miguel?
It's a 5% banner.
Oh, this is a 5% banner. No, Kozo is asking who is Miguel?
Miguel is our fancy way of calling this guy Michael.
Michael.
But he's Spanish, right? So we did a check. The way to pronounce Michael in Spanish is Miguel.
Yeah, that's why he's called Miguel.
So we decided we want to be fancy and call him by the Spanish pronunciation.
Yes, when it comes to pronunciation, we are trying to be fancy. All right.
You have him, right? You have Alberto, right?
I have Alberto. I have Ishizaki. I am not sure whether I have Galvan because I have never cared for this Galvan before. Actually, I didn't care for Alberto as well because when the time when he was released, he was not very useful.
It was forgettable. Abdullah Sawar. Who is your favorite player? Favorite player is
Schneider, right?
Heinz Schneider.
Yes, because he can fire.
TK's favorite player is
Tiger Van.
Ishizaki. No. TK's favorite player is Tatsuyama, right?
Yeah, Matsu. Because he can spam all day long.
Yep.
Okay, Tiger Brand. Tiger Brand. Butter. Brand. Brand. Yes. Fancy way of pronunciation. Brand. Okay, Okay, first, before we start, just now, Sok pointed out that this 1-2 is different from the previous.
It's so weird.
The
This is the first time, right? First time.
skill name
No, wait,
exactly
it's
the
not.
same.
It's not the first time. Strong
It's not.
Tackle has 2 versions also.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, the strong tackle from the
DC.
Gentle
what's his
Giant.
name?
Godoba.
Gonzalez. What's it? Yeah, Godoba Gonzalez.
Oh, same, but different. Okay, do you like this Tiger Brand? Can you just briefly go through your feel about this Tiger Brand?
So when I first saw that they are bringing Tiger Brand, I was happy for my friends who did not get EC Tiger Brand. And they, like without a decent Tiger Brand, you will struggle. You won't be able to use the best shot for my favorite player, Schneider. When this guy came, quite a few of my friends were excited for him. But when I first saw that he is a debuff player, without seeing most of his stats and all that, I felt that, oh no, a debuff player likely, like with and especially nowadays, no one really plays debuff teams. Especially no debuff teams are playing Schneider also. So he's gonna be an awkward fit lah. But apparently he is quite playable, except for the low bonds. If you don't play a debuff teams, then the bonds is low, but it's only 5% lower than DC brand. So yeah, it's a good alternative if you don't have DC Tiger Brand.
Right.
Right? He's okay, right? He's not bad.
He is quite okay, especially in the mid area.
Yeah,
Outside of mid
special skill
area,
force.
yeah, 15%. Well, outside of mid area, meh. I don't know, man. He's defensive, just like, or his intercept is still quite decent.
Yeah, he's the second best Tiger Brand.
Second best.
Not like there's a lot of him.
The other thing about him is what if you play him with the debuff Kaus and the debuff Schneider?
They're all the same type, right? Or skill type.
No, the debuff Kaus is the club version. I don't think they can fit, right?
Oh,
But
okay.
Nowadays, I just see people just dumping Kaus in, even though some of the bonds don't activate. He's
They
just there.
just want to activate his debuff.
Yeah, he's just there. And the Schneider, right, is actually a long shooter, 60%. You know
I mean,
where I'm
if
going.
more debuff players are as well balanced as this guy, then the debuff might come back.
Oh, Tintin is saying that his 10k shot is such a waste. Yeah, it's really, unless he's a long shooter, but I think they will not release long shooter for a very long time. After Matsu, I don't think they dare to release another long shooter.
I think we will likely see something that makes long shooter less
Yeah,
targeted at Matsuyama.
or maybe they will release long shooter with 50%. Yeah, 50% to activate.
I feel that long shooter should at least have should only, like, let's say, work from the halfway line onwards. It doesn't make any sense for the long shooter to work from your own penalty box. You have no difference for your own penalty box.
Okay.
Like, at least make it gradually reduce its momentum or power after the halfway line or something.
Right.
At least.
So, that is some balancing for them to do. Anyways, long shooter is a mystery. I cannot solve the mystery. Until now, I still cannot solve it. Huh?
I gave up trying to make sense of it already. Basically, if
doesn't
you
make
manage, if the long shooter shot passive or ability is active and reaches the keeper, just toss a dice.
Yeah, more like a
It's
dice.
not- yeah, like a dice with two sides, being sure goals.
So Ness on Twitch is saying that he's playing this. He's playing debuff Schneider with Kaus, and using this Tiger brand. But are you crazy enough to give the fast shot to the long shooter Schneider? You know, if you're crazy, right? If he's up against a Japanese goalkeeper, right? And he's using that shot, he can shoot from anywhere as long as his long shooter activates.
I mean, if you have a duke, people will do it, for sure.
Oh, toxic. Then you in the same team you throw in the long shooter Matsuyama again. So the whole game you have been playing tennis. Alright. So this yes.
I want to answer Kozo. I mean, I feel they need to nerf Matsu also, but they can't do something like remove the momentum increase or intercept. It's too late for something like that. They'll have to compensate. So they will probably bring other mechanics or other abilities that will ninja nerf. That will make long shooters less relevant.
They just need to change the coding for long shooter, and that is already a ninja change already. Because no one knows how long shooter works. How is it calculated?
Just overnight, then suddenly stop scoring crazy.
They can passively do it. They can like this month decrease the chances of scoring by 5%.
Let's see how this Dream Championship goes. I suspect we'll see a lot of Matsuyama.
I don't think a lot of players that make it to Dream Championship will, in my own opinion, will use Matsu to spam.
I mean, okay, they won't use him to spam, but he is a good how do I put it? He's a good player to have when you wanna make sure the ball is leaving your area, and also have a slight chance to surprisingly score or something.
Okay, what I was trying to say is I actually encourage all the qualified players to just use Matsu to spam. The entire tournament, everyone just use Matsu to spam. Don't do anything else. Just use Matsu to spam. Then maybe there will be some nerf come. Some sort of nerf will come. Because then they will see the ridiculous rate of Matsu scoring.
Tintin is right also. I mean, another great thing about shooting with Matsuyama is make sure your keeper need to commit as safe out of nothing. Out of from your kickoff, he has to commit as safe, just like that. Right.
So are we really going to look at the Konsawa brothers, the chess players?
You agree, right? I'll go back on your word, even though I'm reluctant.
Sure. Let's go. I don't think they're relevant. We'll take a quick look, just for the sake of taking a look. Come.
Fun. The end.
I think they're talking about the chess version, right? So let's check out the stats. Oh, dribble. Wow. attack is not that bad, but oh, the speed is 5.1k. That's horrible.
This guy is an elephant. War elephant.
Combination skill 15%. Ah, now I see
Wow.
why they are saying about. Okay. Is it the trend the same for the rest of the guys?
I haven't.
Let's check it out.
I did not even.
No, it's quite different. It's quite different. Okay, there's a combination, 10% here, but it's different.
This guy inspires the brothers. This guy is AM. The other
But-
two brothers are strikers.
How to inspire? Using what to inspire? Shot.
Ah.
What he has to win? He needs to win a matchup to
Same.
inspire, right?
Does he have dribble or pass?
He does, but he's only got 6.8k. He's got anything special? Oh, pedal to the metal, 30%. Ah. Wow. Actually, very difficult to use. So this guy needs to inspire them during full power, because I believe that outside of full power, I don't think it's relevant. Right?
Just dribble defenders or something when you start.
He is a passer actually. Just
Yeah,
dribble
pass over.
defenders. Just dribble defenders.
I mean,
mean
dribble strikers. Sorry.
But wow, nowadays a lot of players.
I tried dribble Schneider and
Yeah, try lah. You can try lah. I think it's such a dangerous game to play nowadays. But the inspire is 10% stats, so it's quite substantial to all the Thai players except for the who Bunat. How come Bunat is being left out?
no,
How
it's
come?
not their brother.
Oh,
These guys came from the same mother. Bunhak is just a captain.
okay.
And the reason can my
Can,
reason,
oh, fantastic reason. And what the other guy do? This guy is the dribble guy, right? Yeah.
okay.
How is his speed? 5 or 7k, so then 70%. Offensively, do you think the recover is useful?
Not bad. Better than 5% pedal to metal.
You can actually pass the ball away.
Yeah, then you'll recover and receive the ball before the defender wake up.
Yeah, so I think it's quite okay. 70%, need to test it out. I didn't even bother to go and do their rates yet.
Their rates. Oh, these guys' rates are okay. Oh, not that hard. Except for the Sakon one. The Sakon, one of the rates needs the debuff Hyuga.
Okay, so Ness is saying that easy to BB for all these three guys.
Easy. BB6,
BB6,
99, BB99 though. Oh,
BB8
also
can or not?
possible. Yeah,
I want
possible,
BB8.
possible. They're free.
You know
Just
who's
need to
BB8,
complete
right?
the rate.
You know who's
Yeah,
BB8?
yeah.
Okay. But it's useless, but they don't have so many skills for you to drop on them. I don't even think they have 6S skills. Maybe some weird skills.
Maybe King can create a team with them. Surprise us.
Like today? Or Tintin?
Eh? They're a bit sudden, right?
Oh yeah. I think they are quite gimmicky. This okay, because this guy don't have a volley, right? Don't really have a volley, right? He only has a header here.
Maybe a new challenge route might come where you need to use Thai players. You know, the extreme dream challenge route. Is it called challenge route? One where you
War challenge or
No.
challenge show? No challenge. Oh, you mean the one for formations?
no
you
the
talking
one
about
that we can skip. The one we can skip 30
Oh.
games.
Okay, yeah,
Keep-
yeah. So
What challenge route?
yes, that's challenge show.
Yeah, there's extreme challenge route. Remember, where you'll get like quite a good amount of pinballs and stuff.
I think the ultimate goal of the extreme one is for the formation, isn't it?
Did they give away? I don't know. I can't remember. But it's like of pinballs.
Anyways, I
50
think it's
or something.
I think it's pointless boundary breaking them to maximum. They don't even have that much skills to drop on them. I hope they really, if they want to make this kind of gimmicky players, then they better give us the option to play with these gimmicky players, because they are certainly not top tier, that's for sure. And in order to use them right, you really need to commit to build your team around them.
Yeah.
Would
and
you do that?
it's- No, I won't. It's I mean, I'm not. I concentrate on PvP. I don't have so much resources and time or even interest to try these fancy things that don't last. That's a bit harsh.
And the thing, the elephant shot, right? The war elephant shot is a limited card. I mean, yeah, this guy is limited, right? This guy.
You have him.
I have him.
Yeah, he's a
He's a
Asian
limited one.
Asian limited. The other guy also, Farhan. Farhan has a
So
limited version.
some of their skills are locked on a limited version. So I don't know, man. How are you supposed? The whole game you just pray for a high ball to come. Is any of the brothers a high baller? I didn't see any high baller, right? And he doesn't have high. So awkward. So 50% of the time you need to trap the ball down. You can't even pass the ball, and up in the air you can't even do 1-2. So I don't know, man.
Yep, difficult. Okay.
All right.
Next.
Okay, there's no next already. That's the end of all the characters, and wow, we spent more than 1 hour talking about all those. It's on to the PvP game.
PvP. My turn.
Yes, it's yours. Take it away.
Okay, I need to go to the washroom.
Okay. Okay, I'll talk with the chat. No worries. I got this. Imagine someone going to Dream Championship with a Kong Satwa, that he will probably be remembered as a legend. Yeah, if he wins the tournament, he will be a legend. If he loses in the first round, then he will be laughed at. I think everyone should just go to the Dream Championship with Matsuyama, the Rising Sun one. Every time you shoot, there's a small chance that you will score. You don't even need to set up, just shoot. So Davin is saying that the Green Gentile will come end of the month? End of this month? You mean the Dreamfest Gentile, right? I was being criticized in PvP match, Thomas. Are you sure it's me? Not that I don't use Matsu to spam. I use Matsu to spam. If I got Matsu, I don't spam with Matsu, then I'm dumb. You don't spam, people will still spam at you. So I just don't get it. So you supposed to use your Matsu to defend and not to shoot. Then when versus another Matsu, the Matsu will just happily shoot against you. Doesn't make sense at all.
Okay, I'm back.
Yes, you're back. So Thomas recently saw me being criticized in PvP match.
Or you?
Yeah, it's you.
Me? Saw me? Yeah. I saw that. Yes. Very interesting opinion. I mean, okay, there's a few times, right? Even if the passive is not active, I have no choice but to shoot. Because you know how Matsu is so weak at dribbling. There's no point even trying.
So
Okay, hold on. Let me create a game. And yes, I'm not a fan of Matsuyama because I feel that he's too broken already. But in PvP games, I go all out to win, and yeah, so yay!
I mean, for some reason, my Matsuyama is not scoring.
Mine too. Mine
And
rarely
I-
scores.
And
I
I keep
receive-
on
Goals.
screenshots upon screenshots that their Matsuyama is scoring left, right, center like God like that. But why my Matsu is not scoring? My Matsu only score when the goalkeeper has no stamina. That is when my Matsuyama scores. I
mean-
can.
This game is not perfect. There's always periods of time where something is too strong or too broken, and there will definitely be people complaining about players abusing them, or but it's just the way the game is. Are we top gear when he appeared? How broken was he? Everyone was crying over. Everyone who doesn't have him complains.
Right,
And-
and
Debuff meta, everyone who doesn't have debuff complains, calling people who play debuff teams cowards and stuff like that. But then that's just how the game is. Everyone
Right.
has to play how you play with what cards you're dealt with, right?
right,
Let me key in the
yes. So Tintin is saying, I don't really understand why people says that when someone doesn't spam with Matsu, they say that the player is using Matsu the right way. Okay,
righteous way, according to them.
so for example, Matsu matchup in your own half, like you are defending. No, when you defending, your goalkeeper passes the ball to Matsu, and he is really close to the penalty box, and you match up with a player that is capable of scoring, and you fail to block his intercept. Will you shoot?
Yeah, I
Or will you
definitely shoot.
dribble?
I mean, there's no choice really.
You should, right? I mean,
And in a lot of games, right, you don't really have a safe person to pass the ball to. So the first, if you have Matsuyama, he will be one of the first person you look for. Not even if you don't intend to spam, he's one of the safest player to pass the ball to because he has skill block. But then when you get the ball and you did not block an intercept, your choices are quite limited. Either you get intercepted or you shoot.
alright.
Hey, let me see, I'm playing a debuff team.
You're playing a debuff team. Wow. Oh, you're playing
Oh.
against a debuff team.
But I shall save my few players for second half.
Oh, you still remember?
Imagine, huh? I'll
Nuts
just
is-
imagine this is
Yeah.
no lah, because his captain is Del P. Del P is
Oh,
debuff,
okay.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
So Nuts is
Unless he's
saying that
using him.
when Rival came out, right, the B Skyhawk shot was toxic also. You still remember when we joined the game, the Dreamfest Rival? Then you go and do the SSR raid and get the Skyhawk shot.
Yeah.
Scores
It's even more broken. He scores from anywhere.
because at that point of time, goalkeepers are really weak, and my goalkeeper only have a S1 catch because black balls are really, really, really rare.
Kozo. Yeah, it's not a debuff team. What's wrong? Wait, I did not even look at his team. Shit. Looking at the chat.
It's fine. You're fine.
Hey, shit, I'm in the box. Oh my god, look at that.
Oh, congratulations. But you can try to dribble though. You got color advantage.
But
Yeah, the number is scary, but it's not so scary.
it's swift interception after all.
Oh, it's not the. Oh, no wonder. It's not the other one. Sensing is that called a sensing interception or something?
少しは楽しめそうだな。
Chikoshi! Oh, this Aoi is quite sad. I got him and he didn't even get to match up once. I got this Aoi, I put him in my team to play PvP with one of our viewers, and that fella didn't even let him touch the ball. And this Aoi is never seen the light anymore. I don't use him. I just more like a collection. Oh, Zeno.
このパスでチャンスを広げる。行くぞ。
Oh, you received the ball, shoot. Why is your Schneider so centralized?
I'm putting in the middle.
Oh,
セオリーも伝統も
why you
奏
putting
で
in
し
the
て
middle?
ただこの試合に勝つ。
Because
いけ
I want
そんな
to sometimes want to shoot from outside the box.
Oh,
Ball
okay.
pass.
Okay.
よし来い。
Forward killer! You're at point blank already, so the passive doesn't actually matters at all.
Okay, do you see it? I see.
俺たちは
Yeah,
負けるわけにはいかないんだ。
I think I did, but I didn't focus on the numbers. This is exactly the same as the Supreme Fire Shot, right?
やすやすと変えさせるわけにはいかないんだ。
Yeah, the sizzling. Oh. Oh no.
俺が止めてやる。勝負だ。
Look, his Delphi is wide open. Oh, Sorimachi! Is that Sorimachi? Or Misaki? Sorimachi, right? It's Sorimachi, yes.
スッキリってチャンスメイクだ。いくぞ。それ。よし来い来い。勝負だ。
He said, look at his stats. So scary.
Shot.
So
What
he's...
does this guy do? You
This
click
guy?
to the skill block and so make your velocity.
全力を出す時だ。
Full power.
支え。
power.
よし、撃つなら今だ。
Up arrow is one of the biggest things
Real
in
life.
this game or in real life.
Angle is a bit wide though. But anyways, against Mueller, I will still shoot. So yeah, that's the right choice. It's a golden crit though. Oh, you also have full power already. How come?
昔のあの時のあの崖での特訓のように。
Is Aoi does Aoi and auto
I
think so. I don't think so. Sorry. I think he's passive. I don't remember. Once I got him, I just left him on the... Not even on the bench. He just didn't have a place. Sad Aoi.
誰が相手だろうと負けない。
意地でもここは突破させねえぜ。
Oh.
同じピッチに立てたな。
Yeah, I will still go for this.
俺たちの夢、
But as the
絶対
team,
に叶えてみせる。 行くぞ。
Oh, you already passed him because you know right, every time when you do 1-2 when the animation when they talk together comes out first,
Yeah.
it means that it is sure pass. I mean you sure win the matchup.
ここを切り抜ける。
俺の前を通れると思うなよ。
No auto intercept. Oh, cannot block.
同じピッチに立てたな。
Hey,
ブライアン。
he cannot intercept. Oh
俺
yeah.
たちの夢絶対に叶えてみせる。
Oh, so lucky.
行くぞ。
You got very lucky rolls.
俺たち世界一になるんだ。
This will go past even without
よし。
combo though.
Most likely, yes. Not say that you're a
試
manster.
合を決めてやる。
俺たちが
Half man, half
世界一になる
half
んだ。
man, half hamster. I do like to keep food at the side of my mouth sometimes. So, yes, half man, half hamster is quite correct.
俺たちは負けるわけにはいかないんだ。
Yes, Tintin, we will be doing the Bueno, the DC Bueno. In fact, in fact, his numbers is already out. If you can go and check out Rock Frog's Discord channel or his Twitter. Oh. King's team is 40%. I mean bombs. Your team is 45.5. Bueno.
Yes.
Bueno is a non-Japanese killer. 10%. Oh, okay. I think I briefly gone through Bueno just now, so I think the thing that I don't like about him is his Rising Sun killer.
俺が止めてやれ。僕が仕掛ける。
Oh, he's playing guessing game with your Tiger Brand again. Tiger Brand. Sorry. Brand.
いいコースがあるぞ。何？
Bruno.
なめるな。
How do you pronounce Bueno? It's Bueno, right?
Blueno, but his agility type, so he's calling him Blueno.
Oh, okay, yeah. Blue. No. Okay.
勝負だ。来い。
Oh shit.
I don't think you can bully him. He's going to bully you.
And-
Wait. Why is his Goza here? Why?
Kozo chased me.
All the way? Into your half?
I was surprised Kozo.
Nani? Okay, I thought
Oh shit. Worse outcome.
as long as you match up outside the box, you'll be fine.
Aha!
よし来い。
But it's inside.
俺がここをフォローする。行くぞ。
Alberto, he's going to shoot. Oh, it's a high ball. So sad.
いいボールだ。これをゴールに叩き込む。
Can he block? I mean, can he bully? Nope. Nope. Nope.
何？
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
よし来い。
Oh no.
Let's take this.
俺は止め
It's
る
a。counter attack.
昔のあの時の あの崖で
Oh,
の特訓のように
Yes.
oh, you got it. Naturazer is saying they're not sure why they didn't just spell
3つ目は
Bruno like the Bruno Mars Bruno. And they put Bruno. Is that right? Bueno is actually a name, right? It's a, I think we did a search before, right? It's an actual name, right?
セオリーも伝統もかなぐり捨て
Oh,
ただこの試合に勝
here
つ
we go, fire!
いけそれ運動収束陣ファイヤ
This is one thing I like about Mueller quite a lot because the counter is
ーよし
really
来い
fast and he saved the ball. The one right pass, Schneider is in the box over.
俺たちは
Right.
負けるわけにはいかないんだ
I don't think he can save this. Oh,
He did.
that's amazing. Oh, and no full power? Do you have full power right now?
試合を決めてやる
But I think the chances of this going is
世
quite high.
界
Your,
一になるんだ
your stand is at AM, right?
No, no, no.
No, a forward. Oh, okay.
I thought he would change his keeper, but he did not. So I left my mission.
よし来い
So Naturazer is saying that Bueno
負
is
けるわけ
actually
には
called
いかないん
Bruno.
だ
He's based on the Japanese katakana. Hmm. So do we need to correct our pronunciation
受けて
again?
やるぜ
Just call him Bruno. Like the Bruno Mars Bruno.
集中しろここで試合を決めるぞ
Distraction, distraction, distraction.
This
試
really will
合を
score.
決めてやる
Color,
俺たち
But
が世
he's
界一になるんだ
and I'm also a forward.
but he's Zeno is sweating.
He was sweating just now.
He's sweating again.
The stains.
よし来い
He should have full power too.
He lose a lot of water already.
Dehydrated.
Yeah,
Dehydrated
dehydrated.
Zeno.
Yeah, he doesn't have full power.
俺たちは負けるわけにはいかないんだ
Unfortunate.
やった
Yeah, because
Nice L to my players.
it's a weak save, so yeah. I mean the best case scenario for a weak save is corner. And nowadays, corner is just so dumb. So difficult to pass the ball into the box.
切
Nani?
り抜けてやるぜ
俺がマークにつく
S30.
全力を出す
Outside of mid area. You trap. You might have a chance to get it. Nope. The numbers is still not big enough. Yeah. I don't really like Fargo. The Fargo. Hey, Golden Duo.
よし行くぞ美咲くん
Do not get it.
翼くん
Bounce.
What? Where's Alberto? Are you? What? Are you there?
Thank you.
I thought my Alberto was a right back.
作るまでだ
He's,
Why is he in the left wing position?
by the way, his Goza also a right back.
But my
Oh, right back.
Oh, wait.
Your left back, you mean?
wait. Oh yeah. I changed him over to the.
If he comes from the right, then the game is something wrong is with the.
Like,
俺たちの
what
勝利だ
the hell?
Alright, guys, that's the end of the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. And GG King. Week. Yeah. Next week. What? Alright. Yep. Yeah, and if you have not checked out our latest video on pressure, right, do go support that video. It really took us a lot of time in terms of testing that thing. I tested myself using Devin account. So right. Thank you. Hard selling. Thank you. Thank you for the hard selling.